Welcome back to Andertons TV. Ready for another blindfold shootout. So, Mr. Pete is being guided in by Oz. As you can see, he has no idea where he is even, let alone what guitars are in the room. Oh, poor little man, look. This is how I'm gonna walk when I'm like 97 years old or something. Right.
Yeah.
So this is a single cut blindfold shootout.
Okay.
Pete, what I can tell you is
Is my Les Paul in here this time?
No, your Les Paul is not in here, right. So there are 5 single cut style guitars from a variety of brands that are all under £1,000, or at least I think the top one might be a smidgen over, but it's that kind of thing. What do you want to say?
So you say single cut. Technically, a Telecaster is a single cut,
That's true.
right?
They're not that kind of single cut.
Okay,
they're all of the
LP.
You know, you can see. And then we've got one wild card in here, which is a lot more than £1,000, okay, and is our wild card. What we are going to do after this video is shoot the reverse of this. So we're going to have 5 LP style guitars that are all more expensive, and then the wild card will be one of the cheaper ones.
Oh my, this is not fair again, man.
They're all box fresh, so they've been tuned up, little tweak if need be, but they're all the strings that came on the guitars out of the box. I think, again, you know, you help me out here, audience, I think it's okay for you to sort of touch anything except the knobs. Okay. Because I think the knobs, and it's not even the type of knobs, it's like some of the knobs will have different positions, which will give it away. But the pickup switch are all in the same position. Okay. And although the tuners are different on some of these, I don't think there's enough for it to really give anything away. And we know what G strings on LP style guitars are like, so I suspect you are going to have to do some tuning.
Mentioning that. No, go on.
No, go on, you.
No, you go on.
Okay. I've got a tuner on the floor and a Boss Wazza blues driver. And
that's my favourite pedal.
We are plugged into the Friedman little sister. So you've got 2 sounds, clean into the Friedman or with blues driver.
Nice, nice, nice.
And all I want from you, Mr. Pete, is your observation of each guitar. Tone, feel, weight, all those kinds of things.
All I want for Christmas.
Whether you like the colour or not. And then just what's your order of favourite? Okay. So we're not really saying, can you guess the brand or anything?
No. It's just my favourite one. I've got a plectrum.
Good man.
But while should we ask them to like and subscribe, or do we not care about that?
Of course we care. Please like and subscribe. I don't think there's any reason to use the timestamps in this video, but they'll be below if you just want to go straight to the conclusion. And yes, if you want to buy some merch and all that kind of stuff, please check the links below. Right, your first guitar is coming in today. So maybe, I said, before we even hear it, why don't you just, you know, give us an impression of weight or anything, balance, whatever you want to do.
Okay. So it's a satin neck on this one. Satin neck, flatboard, but they probably all are. It's a weird satin.
A weird satin?
No, it's not a wood satin. It's not like it's a wood. It's like it's a satin finish that probably is painted. Nice ring. It's got that Les Paul, sorry, that's LP, that Les Paul style
tuning. You can't
tuning.
use it's all trademarked by Gibson. Any reference, if it doesn't say Gibson up here, or Epiphone for that matter, then it can't be a Les Paul. It can only be an imitation. Right, here we go.
It doesn't seem like, okay. Are we on the neck? Oh, we're not on the neck.
You can tune. They're all the headstocks are 3 aside, so there's no real giveaway there. Don't go feeling around the top of the headstock, but by all means.
There's something really familiar about this neck and this satin finish on here. Can I touch the body on the back?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't think, again, if you go looking at...
I just wanted to feel the finish. I just want to feel the finish.
You can rub the finish, yeah, absolutely, if you want to.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me then.
But again...
It was only because sometimes, you know, when you feel a neck and that has a satin, and otherwise they're lacquered, and then some of them will have like a satin finish on the body as well. The accent is a little bit high. It feels like I mentioned in another video I think before, where the neck, where the knot, it might be cut, needs to go a little bit down. It's the middle position. A nice intonation. It doesn't offend anyone.
You know what I'm going to do as well? I think I've realised again the sort of the touching of the finish. I think I might know what you're trying to spot here. So you've been banned. That's now illegal.
I've been banned. Okay.
Yeah, that's illegal.
It's illegal from now on. Okay, but this does feel familiar somehow. But of course, I was feeling for the neck, for the body to be the same sort of finish.
I see.
And this is that kind of, it's that matte finish feel. You know what I mean?
Matte finish. Who's he play for?
Who did he play for?
He signed for Nottingham Forest, I think, on deadline day, didn't he?
Matte finish. Okay, go on. Give us again, please. It is a good pedal, isn't it?
It is a good pedal.
It is a good pedal.
Just by the way, everything is on 12 o'clock, and on the amplifier, all the tones on 12 o'clock. It's just the volume and gain is on 9 o'clock.
I mean, just in case Noel is watching it. Yeah, I like it. It's my number one so far.
Great, happy days. Okay,
there's something about it that. Can I feel the? I can't feel the joint.
No, because that will give it away.
Okay.
And what are you going to give the colour marks out of 10?
6 on that one.
Fair play.
I got a feeling what I think it might be.
I tell you what. I know you can't see anything, so this will be hilarious in itself.
Yeah.
Write it down. What you think it is. This is going to be hilarious.
Oh my god!
Obviously, you're going to have to write. Obviously, with the power of. So, and we'll see. And I'll fold it up, and we'll see at the end whether or not he's right or not. And I'll see if I can even read it.
Number 1.
Don't have to. No, I'm going to put it under the strings. Don't worry. So we'll know which one it is.
Okay. Oh, so I just
write down in big legible letters what you think it is.
Oh, for God's sake!
This could be fun if the spelling is complicated.
I can't remember what the model is.
No, that's fine. I will just put that underneath it. I'm not even going to reveal. I'll reveal at the end what you've written.
Okay. You reveal yourself to.
There's your next one. So again,
that's heavier.
By
That's
all means,
much heavier.
Oh, much heavier. Hang on, let me just quickly write this down.
Yeah, this is much more substantial on my body. Holy smoke sticks. This feels like it's got a slightly flatter neck.
Do you mean the fretboard or the back of it?
Yeah, the back of it as well, slightly. It's just a normal finish, but wider shoulders somehow.
I've got pen breeding ears here. Look, I've managed to find another one behind my... About 17 pens by the end of this video. Sorry.
It's funny because it's got the same kind of vibe where it's slightly lower at the knot area.
Lower action, you mean? Or?
Yeah, but it's still got that sort of high type. Oh. Slightly scratchy frets. But, you know, as we say, you can get the little thing and do that, so. Could I have some sound, please? Ooh, that's nice and fat, though. It feels like the tension is a bit hard, which leads me to the tension feels a little bit...
String tension.
It feels like it's got lighter gauge strings on than the other one, but still somehow it just feels a little bit...
Gain?
Yes, please. I like the way it sounds. It's got a good honk to it. It plays nicely, but it could do with a setup. Okay, yeah.
All right.
I mean, this is number one so far for me.
Oh, good. Hold on a second. So after round one, we're going that guitar first, that guitar second. And I'm going to give you a piece of paper.
Remember,
it's your favourite, not.
Yeah, it's just what. It's not the. You're gonna mute that up.
Huh? Oh yeah, sorry.
Just so I don't. If I'm.
Here we go. I'll take it back, and you're going to now write on this bit of paper what you think that is.
Oh, okay. Where's the tip? Oh, this is gonna be fun. How do you spell that?
Well, or do you know what? Actually, no, you can't write that down because you can't tell me because I don't want to. This is a giveaway, isn't it? It's what it is. Right. Guitar number 3. There you go.
Oh, see, here we go again with that same kind of neck, but this is a slim neck. My goodness me. It's got the same high knot action here. You know what's funny?
What's funny?
There is not funny, but there is a line through the Les Paul thing that when it's not a like a custom shop, it doesn't ring. There's something. There's a ring to it, but it's like a muffled ring. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
And you're saying that's on like all guitars that aren't custom shop.
But when you got a Telecaster, for instance, you got that sing from the brass saddles and that. It's that string through thing. This is a much more subdued kind of.
Oh, you're talking about the design of the guitar generally.
Yeah. So this is a flat neck on the back. Again, that painted semi sort of thing, but it's very slim. Which leads to believe it must be like a rockier type of guitar, like.
Do you want to hear it?
It almost feels like it's a 14-inch fret. So yes, please. Okay. Hotter pickups in this one, I think. Especially the back, the bridge. Pushing the amp a little bit more. Is that tone all the way on full as well?
Everything's on.
Like me. All the time. Gib's Gas. So all the Germans out there, Gib's Gas. Again, the action is funny, that.
So the nut's cut slightly too high for you, is it?
That's for Rob Chapman. Okay, yes, I think that again. Okay, give me the gain, please. Yeah, it's definitely cut a bit high. Okay.
Finished with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third so far. I think it's a shred. I think it's like a shred machine.
So you're saying this is your least favourite so far? Yes. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I mean, number 1 and 2 are really close together. I mean, I could swap with those two, but this one is definitely third.
Right. I'm going to give you another piece of paper, and you're going to write down what you think.
Oh God, what
just
could that
the
be?
Brand.
Yeah. What could that be?
Whilst I plug the next one in.
Oh, what could that be? Oh God. Who makes an LP shape? Ah.
Thank you. Right. In comes the 4th guitar. So we're pretty much kind of like halfway through here, aren't we?
Okay. Well, that's a bit heavier again, that. Goes down
again.
You like that second one. Oh my god.
Want to hear it?
Plays nicely.
You said what?
It plays nicely.
Plays
this
nicely.
One. Yeah. This is a lacquered neck, slim like the other one before. See, I like this sound better. It's bigger and warmer. You know what I mean? Can you hear that? I can jump up without looking. Okay. Oh my god. I think it's a Squire.
Just for the benefit of people watching that don't watch lots of our videos, that's Pete's sense of humour. Of course, Squire don't make an LP style guitar. Unless, of course, you did actually think it was a Squire, in which case I take all that back.
Exactly how I did actually. I thought it was a banana. So this is much more subdued in the sound. It's not as pokey high end. It's more like a PAF in my ear.
You want some gain?
That's quite a wide. Oh my god. I mean, there must be an Epiphone in here somewhere, but I can't remember if they got a lacquered neck or not. Yes, please. This is funny, because now that pedal with this guitar sounds very different in the drive sound. It's almost like I prefer that with the higher output pickups, and that's why I think that Rabir likes this pedal really a lot, because he likes higher output pickups, where I prefer lower output pickups, and that pedal is not always that good with that. Does that make sense? It's almost like there's too much gain all of a sudden.
I think the player style and the natural tone of the player suits some pedals more than others.
Yeah.
And I would agree with you on that. I think for you, the Blues Driver is maybe a bit too fizzy in the top end.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And that comes out with this guitar more than it did in the other guitars. And I'm not touching the scratch plate, just so you know. If there is one. It's a good sound though. I think this is a number 1 so far, in my opinion, but because it's got more of this sort of warm, beautiful, sort of full fat, sort of bluesy kind of tone. Can
I take it back?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well done, Mr. Pete. Right, there's 2 guitars still to go. Oh no, you've got to write down what you think it is.
We're rolling through these today, man.
We are. Let me give you a bit of paper.
Thank you.
This is actually my favourite new feature of this blindfold challenge, is writing down what it is and seeing the person with the blindfold having to write blindfolded. There you are.
Oh my God, what is this?
What is this?
Oh, hang on. Just give me a minute.
I feel like, and again, obviously if I say this now, this is in no way meant to lead you to anything, but I do just want to remind you, in fact I'm not even going to say anything, I'm just going to remind you of what we did say was in this video at the beginning. What? I don't know if that kind of...
I can't remember.
Exactly. I thought that's what had happened. But anyway, I'm not saying any more then if that's the case.
Oh, that there was one that was more expensive.
I kind of felt like you'd forgotten that bit, and so I felt it was important to sort of reintroduce that now.
I don't think that was it though.
Well, I'm just saying, as long as you know that
it didn't feel expensive.
Okay, fine.
Shit.
But it's still your favourite one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Just getting that down, just for clarity.
Clarity.
Got it. Thank you very much. Right, and that's this one over here, isn't it? Okay.
I have absolutely no idea what this
Okay,
is.
we have guitar number 5. Here it comes.
That's lighter.
Oh, hang on, let me just quickly start writing this down.
Okay.
Okay, sound?
See, this is fun because this one is more of a... It's more like a P90 style. The other one was fat. This has got that slightly unpotted single coily. Does that make sense? Do you know that sort of P90? Oh.
Oh, is he going for quality of the...
This is really nice to play though. Giving that old school quack here as well.
Some gain?
But the lacquered neck doesn't, it feels like a cheap, it's a poly. You know what I mean? You can feel whether it's a nitro or poly. I think this is definitely a poly. Is that a weird shape on this? Shit.
Gain?
Yes, please. See what I mean? It, almost that kind of Telecaster-y kind of... I like this. This is number 1 for me so far.
Right.
It could be the wild card, this one. Could be the wild card. It's very dynamic. Oh man, I've got no idea what it is though.
Well, there you are. Just right, the first thing that comes into your mind. Yeah, apart from that.
Oh God, see, this could be the one I just said, but... So the wild card, would that be more expensive than any of the other ones?
Exactly. So the wild card one could be anything right up to, you know, the most expensive custom shop.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It didn't feel like that. Now I get shot down. It didn't feel like a... Feel this and tell me it doesn't feel like a neck. Oh, God.
Don't say it out loud what you're going to write down, because that's
half
the fun of the reveal at the end.
I know, but I'm just going to think what there is. Who does that?
Who does that? BC Rich? Rickenbacker?
No. Oh, what have we got there? Those new line we got. What's the brand?
I'm not. I can't possibly help you. I helped you enough with the sort of, you know, in the previous thing about to
What's the
remind you
brand
of what was in
called?
it. What are you thinking? A brand that we've recently taken on.
Yeah.
FGN.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna write Epiphone on this then. I don't know, but it just feels like something I haven't felt before that is expensive, or feels expensive.
Oh, do you know what though? We've just said it as well, which obviously spoils the reveal. But there we are. So you now know what Pete thinks that one is.
Oh my God, this is rolled. Ah, here we go then. This is funny.
Why?
It's rolled more on here than it is down here. Or maybe it's just my... Sorry, I'll turn that way. Oh my God! Nice ring to this one, but this is really rolled. What are you laughing at? You're flipping you the bird.
No, I wasn't flipping you the bird. I'm laughing at what the comment section will inevitably say after this video goes out.
Like every time I'm doing these now at the moment, I just get everything wrong, but that's fine. It's my life at the moment. Can I have some sound, please?
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Muffled again, see? Mufflace. Do you know what I mean? It's like I need a bit of tone. It's like the pickups go.
How do you spell? For that, so pickups seem something or other.
This is weird because it does feel like the top is rolled more than the bottom of the fretboard. It's really rolled, but not here. And then down here it is a bit. It's not articulate in the tone.
Not articulate.
It's almost like that we talk about when the prices, there's more in the guitar. It seems like this is kind of limited to a certain. Here, you don't have that stuff.
Would you like some gain?
Yeah. And it's also nines on this.
Go straight to the 15th fret and nail that with your blindfold on. That's impressive.
Well, what is his name?
Try that at
Healy.
home.
Jeff Healy could do it.
Obviously he could.
It's because I play a lot in the dark. It's a point, you know, like when you drive a car and when you've driven your car for a long time, and when you do parallel parking, you know how close with the wipers and stuff, or you can go close to it.
Could you parallel park blindfold?
Absolutely. In your mum's garage. I do like this as well, but I don't think it's super expensive, but I could be wrong.
So where are you going to put that? We need a place from 1 to 6.
I think 2, actually. Because it plays super nice. And it doesn't have, it feels like the knot is set up better. Like the one before is number 1, and then this one is number 2. But I think it's not, I don't think it's an expensive guitar. But man, I could be so wrong.
You did this in the T-style Shootout, did you? You went to great pains to sort of say just because something felt cheap, it didn't necessarily mean it couldn't be one of your favourites.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and that's fair enough, isn't it? Oh, that's a little bit of a. Yeah, I think this is a more affordable guitar, but I think whoever done it and set it up, I think it's placed really nicely. So if this is an affordable guitar, this is good value for money. I don't know what, but that's what I think. So can I write down what I think it is?
Yes, sorry, I'll give you a blank piece of paper and then we shall do the reveal.
I mean, I've got absolutely no idea because I haven't seen any of these guitars. Please like and subscribe. If you want to follow Lee, go on Instagram. He does jams with his daughters.
I do. I do.
And this really sweet.
I got Grace playing ukulele, me on guitar and Phoebe on drums over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
I must see that.
Okay, right.
I'm just going to have a shot of ginger.
I'm going to now reveal, or not reveal, I'm going to now go over what I think the order that Pete put those in.
Yeah.
So perhaps we'll put this on screen as well, but are we all agreeing that this one was Pete's favourite?
Oh, I hate
then
this.
we went this one.
I hate this bit.
Then we went this one. 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 Do I get a nod? I'm getting a nod from Oz behind the camera. So
this is the thing that you did with Rob. Sorry to interrupt. Do you remember we did the video with Rob? He played something, and then he played them again afterwards, and then there was another one he thought was
well, we
his
can do that
favourite.
again. So I'm just going to quickly. No, in fact, you reveal.
Can I take my blindfold?
Yes. Let's. So here are your 5 affordable-ish ones, and your wild card is over here.
Wow. Okay. So it was a
So let's talk about.
My God, it's bright.
This is the order that you played them in, rather than the order that you ranked them in.
God,
so
I thought that was a Les Paul.
satin. Sire. You said it's got a satin neck, a flat board. You said it's a weird satin. I know what you mean. You mean it's a painted-on satin rather than the feel of the bare wood.
Yeah.
You said it had a nice ring. Said it felt familiar. You said the action was a little high. You ranked this in. Did I just say 5th position? 5th position, and you thought it was a Sire.
Oh, hey.
Well done, Mr. Pete. So that's the L7 in gold top. There's several colours in this. You can get them with P90s or humbuckers.
Yeah, good
and
with
they're
the
all
P90s.
about £500. And it is quite more of a contemporary style
Yes,
take
thinner,
on
right?
the L7, which is interesting. Because you'll see a theme around whether Pete does or doesn't like contemporary style.
I didn't guess Gibson
guitars.
once.
No,
Why
I
didn't
know.
I do that?
Despite the fact that I tried to give you the prompt, but hey ho.
It was a gift.
Right, second one along is an Epiphone. It's an Epiphone Les Paul Standard. So
Yeah.
these are about 600 quid, 650, something like that. You said it's much heavier, more substantial, flatter neck, slightly higher action.
Yeah, it's got high, I can see from here.
Slightly scratchy frets, but nice and fat sounding. And then you said the string tension feels a little hard, but you like the way it sounds, got a good honk, could do with a setup. I think, again, we keep saying this over and over and over and over again. Every guitar, I think, before you start buying pedals and all the other things that you buy with it like that, find your, play it in a little bit and then take it to your local tech and get him to set it up.
Oh, Plek. There's a link. We got a Plek machine. You can do.
Anyway,
you can do
what
it
did
if
you
want.
think this was? I was going to laugh at how you might, if you thought any of these are Epiphone, I wanted to see how you even spelt that. You thought this was a East Coast.
But that's that one.
That's that one.
I did remember to write Epiphone. It's not bad
Did you?
written.
All right, no, it's well written. Okay, next one and this one came.
Oh my God.
This
Sorry,
one came.
Epiphone.
No, I don't think this one did okay. This one came 4th. So
It just goes to show, man.
next one along is
yes.
an LTD EC1000. There are hundreds, well not hundreds, but there are lots of EC1000s in the catalogue.
It's got the
This
same-
particular one is the satin neck with Seymour Duncans on it. So you said it's got a satin but very slim neck. Again, you criticised perhaps it feeling like the nut was cut slightly too high. I think as far as nuts go, particularly on guitars out the Far East, all the factories will err on cutting them slightly too high, because at least then it's just an adjustment to make it okay. If you cut it too
have to
low,
have another knot on it.
you've got to replace the nut completely. So I think that's a fairly common theme. You said it had a muffled ring, a flat neck. You guessed it a 14-inch radius. You may or may not be right. It's certainly flatter. You guessed it had hotter pickups. I don't know exactly, but they are the Seymour Duncans on there. That was the only one I didn't want you touching the knobs on. That's the main, because of course you can see.
Got the free.
And again, if we show you on this, it's a pretty contemporary kind of
Can you
heel
just
joint.
compare that to the Sire? Because I think those two look amazingly similar on the
So
back.
these are probably both slightly thinner than a regular Les Paul, and they've both got a slightly different kind of heel joint.
But not the belly carve. See, I didn't even register a belly carve on any of these. Isn't that
Oh,
incredible?
yeah?
Once you
Well,
got your blindfold on, the world just changes.
So
man.
what did you think this was? Let's have a little look. Oh, by the way, these are about £1,000. So, and you ranked that, and you said it was LTD, and you said it was your least favourite, but not the worst, just your least favourite, right? We're not talking about
No, this
best
is
or
not.
worst.
This is not about. This is, if you go into a shop, bring a blindfold and get them to take you 4 guitars out, and then see which one you like.
4th was where I decided to throw the Gibson in. All right, so this is a Gibson Les Paul Standard.
no.
I can't remember. Did we put? I think we chose a 60s. Yeah, the
that
tuners
looks
are
like
the
a
60s.
60s.
So chose a 60s style Les Paul Standard.
that makes sense with
it
the
was
slim
really
neck.
interesting because you said it was heavier again. You kind of inferred it was like the Epiphone, which I thought was interesting because they obviously are. Epiphone is a copy of the Gibson. In fact, that was your second point. You said it's like the second one, i.e. this one. Plays nicely. You like the sound better because it's bigger and warmer.
That's what the big warm
You
sound.
said it had more PAF sounding pickups. And you said it makes the pedal sound different. And then that was where we had that sort of conversation about the pedal sounding different.
Yeah.
At the time, you put it in first place. That was where I kind of thought to myself, has Pete forgotten that one of them's a ringer? But hey ho, I was trying to say something without necessarily putting words in your mouth. But anyway, so at the time that went into first place, although it didn't stay there, did it? And you thought this was a Epiphone.
Oh,
so you thought the Gibson was an Epiphone. Interesting. And you talked about nitro versus poly and on another guitar. I mean, that's a nitro lacquered neck on the Gibson, but obviously clearly wasn't a standout feature for you. Anywho, next was the PRS McCarty 594. You said it's lighter. You said it's got more of a P90 voice, which obviously they're not P90s, but they're obviously a low wound humbucker.
That makes sense to me as well.
Old school quack. You said it had a cheap feeling poly lacquer neck.
It is a poly.
When you say, I think you did try to clarify, you didn't mean cheap as in bad. You just meant as in not nitro.
Yeah, as in not nitro, because it feels too shiny. Too glossy.
You went on to talk that it had a Telecaster vibe to the sound, and then you basically said, I like this, and that was what you ultimately put in your first place. So congratulations. Paul Smith, the McCarty 594 is your favourite one.
Did I say anything about it played nicely as well? Because I seem to think
really nice to play. Yeah.
And that's because they do spend time on these when they come into the UK.
Yeah. So that's also about £1,000.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what did you say that was?
FDN.
That was which you already knew, right? Yeah. Because Pete was asking, what's the brand that we took on recently?
But it didn't even occur to me there was going to be a PRS in there. Of course there is the 594.
Well, I mean...
Well, that makes perfect sense, though, because that is a little bit what they do, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So then, lastly, was our cheapest one in the range, EastCoast, which is our own brand guitar. You said... You made a lot about saying the edges felt really rolled, maybe even one side more than the other. I've got to be honest with you, that is not part of the spec that the factory gets on EastCoast. So it's obviously just feels... Maybe it's the binding. I don't know.
Binding.
You said it's got a nice ring to it. You did say it sounded muffled and the pickups weren't articulate. They seemed slightly muted. You said it felt more affordable, but despite all of those criticisms, you said you thought that was your second favourite one, which I thought was just like, wow. So there we go. Let's put on screen now.
So we see what
did you think it was?
An Aria.
Okay, fine. Do you know what Aria do make a single cut style guitar like this?
Yeah, because we did the video of it. If you want to watch that,
didn't.
Actually, I think I should have spent a little bit more time, and I do think that I would have picked. I do think that would be the second one because of that PRF sounding. I think it sounded better than this.
Look, I mean,
because also now I feel the neck again. And that comes back to this. Now I'm just dragging it in. But actually,
I love it.
How much are these?
200 quid.
It's a great guitar for the money. But we keep saying that. And this is, I didn't know this. Just so you don't, and Pete, just because, don't do that.
I promise
this is completely honest.
I promise you, it's like, I know different brands will win different things. And of course, if there's EastCoast, which is obviously a brand that Andertons is associated with, I promise you, the presenters, when we do these, they don't know what the guitars are. Idea. They can say whatever they like.
Yeah. And who dare take on Gibson?
And I don't. I kind of feel like I think it's important to say, both for people who might buy an EastCoast and people that might buy Gibson, where Pete has played. I think it was. Pete has placed these based on just what his favourites were, rather
with blindfold on.
With a blindfold.
And this is the whole thing, because if I'd seen them, I would. Yeah, but
hey ho.
Anyway, that was fun, man. I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect the Gibson. I don't know why.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. So when we flip this round the other way, and we now do the really expensive guitars, and we throw one of these wildcards in. I wonder if we should throw the PRS in as the wild card. Yeah, but who knows? Obviously, I won't tell you because you'll be blindfolded.
But I tell you what, I do like those guitars. I remember doing the videos, and though for the money, they're great value, man.
Yeah,
I mean, my favourite one was the
DGT. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Links to all these guitars will be in the description below.
Yeah.
Which was your favourite?
Obviously, the one that they have. Isn't it?
Yeah. Please comment which was your favourite and why. What other shootouts would you like to see us do in this blindfold?
Next time, I need to write a colour down as well.
Have we stopped asking you what your favourite colours are? Now you can see them. Which is your favourite colour?
I think this one. Let's see the Gibson.
Do you know, Blue Burst has gone from being like the most popular burst colour on all guitars about 2 years ago now.
Well, I think Gibson just brought out they've just come out with like lots of old school colours there.
Yeah, but it seems to me at the moment the uber popular stuff is the traditional.
This one is not great. You can see it's like a 3-piece.
Yes.
And that one is just a
rambling
bit,
now.
That's just a bit miserable.
See you next time. Just fade out on whatever
Pete's
Pete's saying.
That looks good. That's good. Nice. The top on that is nice. The Epiphone.